Jesus was passing through a field of grain on the Sabbath. His disciples began to make it a path while picking the heads of grain. At this the Pharisees said to him, "Look, why are they doing what is unlawful to do on the Sabbath?" He said to them, "Have you never read what David did when he was in need and he and his companions were hungry? How he went into the house of God when Abiathar was a high priest, and ate the bread of offering that only the priest could lawfully eat, and shared it with his companions?" Then he said to them, "The Sabbath was made for men, not men for the Sabbath. That is why the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath." Today, the Gospel of the Lord. Today, in these coming days, we're going to meditate on the question that was important of Jesus, and it was important for Jesus' time. The question of respect for the law of the Sabbath. Jesus was not a moral anarchist, as someone would like to portray him. On many occasions, he spoke of respect for the law, especially respect for the law of Moses. But we must not forget that he is God, and he is above the precepts, especially the precepts that men had imposed, or the weight of interpreting those precepts, specifically this one of respect for the law of resting on the Sabbath. That is why this fragment of the Gospel ends by saying that the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. He is the supreme legislator. He will do it for corrections in those norms, in other much more important things. For example, in the subject of divorce, when he says it is true that Moses allowed you to divorce, but because of your stubbornness he did it. But I say to you, this phrase, "but I say to you," means that he is above those norms because he is the supreme legislator. Now, going concretely to the subject of the Sabbath, we will see it in the next days. There is something that they forgot, and that we must not forget. The supreme law is the law of love. This is the supreme law established by Jesus Christ, but not a law understood as licentiousness. St. Paul warns about this. It is the law of love, understood as imitation of Christ. The Lord never acted or never allowed to act according to his misunderstood law of love, as some people misunderstand that in order to do evil. He never said in the name of love, cheat your husband, cheat your wife, steal, kill, lie. He never said that. And that is what some interpret as the law of love. Why do they call it love when they really mean other things? The law of love in imitation of Christ means that you have to put God first and the interest of your neighbor before your own. That is the law of love. The law of love is expressed and manifested in perfect way in the death of Christ on the cross. That is the law of love. Greater love hath no man than this, that man laid down his life for his friends. And instead, when many speak of law of love, how beautiful love is, etc., they are saying to justify their base instincts, to justify their passions, to justify their selfishness. In the name of love, understood as they understand it, they break marriages or even kill. This is what euthanasia is called, a death out of compassion, a death out of love. Euthanasia is killing a person who cannot defend himself, killing an innocent person, just as abortion is killing an innocent person. We are never accept from love. There is no law that says that we cannot love because it is this or that date of the week. Never. But always we all obligate to love as Christ loved. You go to Mass, last Mass of the date, last Mass you have a chance to go to. You go to Mass. And at that moment you meet a sick person who asks you for help, a traffic accident. What is the law of love? The law of love is to offer the Lord the possibility of going to Mass. Lord, now is not your will. I have to help this person because if you do not help him, he may die or he may suffer serious consequences. This is what the Church has always taught. But some say it in the name of the law of love. I do want and I never go to Mass, or I only go to Mass when I feel like it. They have transformed the law of love of Jesus Christ into an excuse for their comfort or for their sins. Let us ask the Lord to help us not to deceive ourselves. We can and should always love as Christ loved. Amen.